let's go, people. This is it. December the 30th, and we is here for the next to the last day of the year. December the 31st. What the hell is going on here, Ted? We got shit happening, and I don't know, man. This has been a hell of a year, hell of a damn year. And we can't keep on going with this bullshit, man, into 2026, man. We can't. There's no damn way we can make this into 2026. We can't. There's no way this country can handle, man, another year of this shit. I'm telling you, we can't. We can't handle it. I'm telling you, it's just too much. This shit is too much. I'm telling you, it is too much. I don't know how we gonna make it here, but we can't handle no too much more of this. I know I can't. I'm hoping. Maybe some of these folks out here who got a lot of money think everything is fine, but it's not. It can't be fine. Even these,
There's always a silver lining in everything.
yeah, and even these
My glass is
billionaires,
always half full.
even these damn billionaires, they can't handle it. I'm telling you, I don't know how they can stand it. And
I
man,
look at it like this, man. This right here is the best thing that ever happened to us. That's the
whoa.
way I look at it.
Did you guys hear that? The best thing that ever happened to us.
Think
Shit.
about this now. Now you know we're talking a little trivial shit. Now I'm talking a little trivial shit. Now we they just put in the news said that they do not have anybody scheduled for the Kennedy Center for the next 6 months. They got one more group that's coming in, and that's it. Everybody else canceled. People are recognizing what's going on. You got, and you mentioned it yesterday, the farmers are realizing it. You got these nonprofit people are realizing it because they rely on a lot of grants, bro, from the government. A lot of these nonprofits, because they are out there helping the people. Now, some of them are misappropriating funds. You always gonna have that. But they ain't stealing trillions of dollars. They ain't stealing multi hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. You know, they might misappropriate money here and there, $1 million here, 500,000 here, or whatever, you know. But the bottom line is that most of these nonprofit organizations are genuinely helping people. And their funds are not being replaced to continue their work. Because there's a lot of hurting people out there. I'm talking about drug wise, mentally wise, financially wise. There are programs out there to help people just for their electricity when it's cold outside. You know, so here's the thing though, Ed. I mean, maybe I might be off on this. You know, there's a lot of these ministers that are constantly talking to people and on the internet and what have you. But I don't ever hear them talk about helping the poor or the homeless. They preaching a good sermon now, don't get me wrong. Now some of them preaching the word and all that. But when are they gonna start talking about helping the homeless? Helping those children, telling their parishioners to go out in groups, bring them to the church. Ain't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, when they gonna tell them, you know, go visit the sick? because you got authority to do that because you have a ministry and those are your people and your people can do that because all you got to do is say I'm from you call up and you say hey we're blah 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 center or church or whatever and we're gonna go over there and pray for the sick or we're gonna go out in the street and help the homeless or we're gonna go out and visit the prisoners. Now there are some churches that are doing those things and people have that ministry, but I'm talking about whole churches to really get rid of this stuff because obviously the government can't do it. The government has got money and these nonprofit people, they ain't doing it. But when the church gonna step up to their game? I ain't talking about one or two or three or four or half a dozen churches. I'm talking about all the churches. Everybody want to complain about the homeless, and we in the end of the year, we got over 1 million people homeless, probably more than that. And I keep saying, I'm gonna say this over and over 500,000 foster care children, 2 million in jail and prisons. That's where the ministry should be, bro. All you doing is preaching to the choir every Sunday, preaching to the choir. So, hey, whatever. But see,
Well,
people do not want, you can't do it by yourself. You can be an individual in that church and you can go out and you can go out and minister to people and all that. But when you got 25 people, 20 people with you, 100 people with you, 2,000 people with you, and you out there and you say, hey, we're gonna annihilate this homelessness. We're gonna annihilate this whatever else projects that you got going on. These churches need to get their butt off them pews and get out there and do the work. I love hearing singing and preaching too. But the minister is the head and he knows what God want us, what they want us, he want us to do. Get out there and help the homeless, the widow. That's what I'm talking about. That's what true religion is. Visiting the people that's in jail or in prison. So when they get out, they're going to behave better or do the right thing. Anyway, that's my preach for the right now.
preach on, Rem. Oh man. Oh shit. I'm going to let the folks know that we appreciate them watching the show. We do. We appreciate all you folks out there who subscribe to our show. Everybody. And I'm hoping that each and every one of you are going to enjoy this New Year's Eve celebration and bring the new year in right and make a resolution to get this place straightened out. Do what you can. Do your part to help this country. Whatever it is, do your part. Because we need everybody. We need everybody in this game. We need everybody in this game. Because we cannot do it alone. It can't no one group do it alone. Whether it's black, white, pink, purple, yellow, or whatever. We need everybody. All hands on deck. Because this shit is in. Ooh man, it's devastating. Uh, we don't happen to know that these folks and stuff in this labor market has been keeping the numbers of people unemployed hid. They're not letting the American people know what the hell's going on. And they've been doing this, I guess since October, they've been playing with them damn numbers. Even before then, they were playing with the numbers. But we got damn near over 1.5 million people and stuff who are unemployed, who are not working right now.
We got more than that, Ed.
I know it. It's probably more than that, but that's what the conservative estimate is: 1.5 million people who are unemployed, who have lost their jobs. You're looking at the auto industry. You're looking at almost every industry out there and stuff and everything. People have lost their jobs because of what this orange-haired fool has been doing there in the White House. and then lying to people. Look you in the face and lie to you. Everything is all right. You don't. I can't. You can't. I can't even tell this lie. I can't even tell this lie with a straight face. I'm sorry, people. I can't even tell that lie. That man sat there and said, "Yeah, oh man, that the food prices is going down. Everything is fine. You can." I can't lie like that. I can't do it to these people out there. I really can't. And but he says it with impunity and makes you want to believe this. Everything is fine out there. That your food bill is going up, but he's telling you it's not. And you know you looking at your goddamn grocery bill, and this shit ain't going down. When you went out there and bought Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner and stuff, the bill didn't go down. It's up. But he's telling you that to your face that you lied. You can't believe your lying eyes.
Well, when it comes to food, I don't worry about food because I can eat fruits and vegetables and, cost me pennies, nickels, and dimes. But here's the thing. When I went to the car dealership, I only got two favorite cars. One is a Jeep and the other one is a Porsche. Those are my two favorite cars.
Wait a minute, hold on,
Now,
hold on, hold on. You went into a car dealership lately.
I went into a car
You
dealership.
did. You told me in the early part of the year you ain't buying no cars. You said I'm not
No,
buying.
no, I'm not. But what
Okay.
I'm saying is, I went into a car dealership. I wanted to, because, excuse me, because my wife, she take a car up to the shopping or whatever. And so I saw this Jeep, right? Ooh, the Jeep that I wanted, Jeep Wrangler.
The
I
what?
mean, with the big tires,
Oh man, shoot,
all of that.
that
It had
that cost
everything,
hundred
all the
thousand dollars.
whistles. Woo, man. And the color I love, red and white. I mean, red and black, black top and red body, interior black. Oh my goodness, man! I was looking all around, and I saw that price tag here. That sucker was $109,000.
I know $100,000. That's what I just said. $100,000
I
dollars.
said, "What the shit? What?
Yeah,
How you go from 25,000 or
yeah,
less
yeah.
to 109,000?"
Right. Yeah, that's what they call it. But they're gonna try to justify this to you now because it's got all the luxury stuff in there, man, the seats and everything and
Oh yeah,
luxury. You got a
it had
you got
all
a
the
nice
whistles, bro.
nice dashboard in there and everything, and shoot, this thing rides good and all that. And guess what? We're gonna let you have it and give you a 10-year note.
500,000 a month for 10 years.
Yeah, for 10 years. They never had it for 10 damn years. We paying for that car for 10 years.
And throw in another 300 for insurance. Lord have mercy.
That's almost worse than that 50-year house. Got- Pay for it for 50 years. You buy you a new house. 50 years. Shit, I'd be dead in the doughnell. And my grandkids be dead in the doughnell before we get through paying for that
Hey,
house.
house cost you 300,000. You gonna pay a million, damn near a million for it
These
with the
people
interest.
crazy. They had the housing secretary on one of them channels, one of them Fox News, and CNBC News. He said, I asked him, so what do you think about that 50-year note on the house? And he couldn't even lie about it. He said there and said, well, he started talking crazy and stuff and everything. And the guy come back and asked, wait a minute, hold it. Well, what about the 50-year note? He said, oh, well, we don't need to talk about that. He couldn't even laugh about it. He said, shit, 50 years. Oh, man. We had a hell of a time, man. We had a hell of a time. Ain't no, like I keep saying, ain't no hell. We're in the world till 2026. We can't make it.
Well, the one thing that you got to give Trump, because you know what he says all the time. I love that. I love that. That's what he loved, man. He loved being in debt. So, he probably been in debt. He probably owes so many people, it's ridiculous. That's why he hustling his money all the time. Because he got notes that he got to pay. He probably got all kind of notes that he got to pay.
Yeah,
I know he got to pay the mafia.
yeah. And
He probably got paid them $25 million a month.
yeah, well, the judge in New York told him that he had to pay that money to the state of New York, $347 million he had to pay, and he said he had to pay it right now. He gonna come out there and garnish his shit. He ain't said a word about that, but he worth a couple of billion dollars now, so I guess he can come up with it. Plus, he Sunday he asked, he said we're gonna feed the news people and shit. Yeah, news thing going on. He said, you ain't going out there and feed them. Tell his chef, give him a meal. Like the news people are hungry or something. That red hair something got crazy. I told him, fuck your meal.
Did you
I don't
hear?
need
Did you
that.
hear his latest grift? Did you hear his latest grift?
Y'all hear the what?
Did you hear his latest grift?
No, I haven't.
Well, his latest grift is he sent out an email to all his people, his followers, and he said, "I will give you 20. I'm gonna give you $2,500. All you got to do is sign up." And so this was Midas Touch. He said he clicked on it. He said he clicked on it because he didn't want nobody else to click on it. He said, I followed through on it. And he said he clicked on the 2,500, and then he said something similar to when you click on this, then you give us 2,500,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 2,500 you're gonna give us, that we're gonna give you, is gonna end up to be $5,000 that you owe
Mm.
me. Some kind of way they tricked it around where you sign up the 2,500, you clicked
Mm-hmm.
on the 2,500, then you click on that you're going to pay him 2,500, and then when you click on the next line, then you end up taking $5,000 out of your checking account.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the grip.
Right. He got a hook.
You
He
thinking
hook
you're
making
getting
folks.
2,500, and you ain't
But
getting no
you
2,500.
right,
He asking you for 2,500, and
right.
then that other 2,500 you clicked on, you're gonna be paying 25, and then another 2,500. That dude is slick, bro.
He got a grip going on, man. Everybody got
And
a
some of
grip
them
going
people
on.
got so much money in their checking account, they probably won't even notice it.
Well, the people who probably signed up to that crap and everything probably are the older folks and stuff, and they have no idea what the hell he's talking about. And they probably say, "Oh, we got to help Donald. We have to help Donald." So they probably dip it into their checking account and
Yeah, there's some people out there that's really lost, bro.
yeah, they are living. There's people living large, and there's also folks out there, Ted, who are not living very large and everything. And he taking their money out of their checking account. These old people and stuff and everything who don't know any better, and they look up and everything and see they ain't got a dime. They can't pay for their medicine or nothing, and he done ripped them off. But he don't care. Don't care at all. Well, this man is too much. I can't believe this shit is going on.
Well,
But
Ed, the thing that really ticks me off is that you got a Speaker of the House is just his whooping boy, trying to keep his little funky job, thinking that he got something going on. He ain't got shit going on because he ain't doing nothing and hasn't done nothing since he's been in office as a speaker. But allow that big, horrible bill to pass and then let 47 do whatever the hell he want to do. They don't make him accountable for nothing. He doing whatever he wants to do. And I guess he's happy with it. And his people in Louisiana are gonna suffer. Obviously he don't care.
nope, not at all. And 60% of those people in his district get their money from the federal government. You don't care. He does not care at all because I'm pretty sure that he's getting a whole lot of money from Donald Trump, and he's probably raking in money and stuff from some of them big donors. They sitting out there paying him money to keep up the good faith. So their greed is leaving their constituents hungry. They don't care. As long as their family's okay and my kids okay and I got money coming into my pocket, I don't care. Because if he happens to not be reelected again, he don't give a damn. He got enough money where he can sit back. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. In what? 8 days she getting ready to leave. On January the 6th, she fully invested. She's gonna get a check for the rest of her life, a pension. And she's gonna have her health care for the rest of her life because she fully invested. And she quitting. Worth how much? About $50 million. she, she done
Well, they
stole.
say 25, but who knows?
Yeah, she worth a lot more than that because she done stole a whole bunch of goddamn money. So she ain't worried about nothing. So she going out the door, burning up the road and stuff. When she go out the door, calling Trump all kind of names. He ain't shit. He ain't this. He ain't that. Telling everything. Yeah, he called me up, got him on a speakerphone and stuff, and recorded this shit.
Well, my girl, Tabitha, political Tabitha, who I respect highly, she showed a little quick tape on this group called the Pink something, whatever they call themselves. And they was going around harassing Kamala Harris on her book tour. Paid harassers. Had black folks paid them to harass Kamala Harris. And they were the same group that harassed Trump when he went into D.C. for dinner. But they harassed Kamala Harris at almost every book signing. So I don't know what these white women, they're all white women, because she showed a picture of the CEO and all the other group of people. They were all white women. So I don't know what their motives or what they're trying to do or what are their goals or what. But this they call themselves the Pink something, and and see, and that's the problem what we have here in. I wouldn't say what we have here in America, but we have people in America that have their own agenda, whatever their agenda is, whether it's socialism, communism, uh, racism, whatever it is. They little, it could be climate change, it could be animal rights, it could be, you know, whatever. And you got all of these people that's got their own agenda. That's why they have the lobbyists, and then these Congress people make so much money because they give them money
Hmm.
so that they can pass their agenda. Everybody got an agenda for America, but the working people and the so-called middle class, no such thing as middle class, but the so-called middle class are the ones that's trying to get over every day to take care of their children, feed their family, pay their bills, and live a good life. But they so busy doing their little agenda, which some of them are justified. I ain't gonna lie about it. I mean, animals should be treated fairly. There's no lie about that. The environment should be taken care of. I ain't gonna lie about that. Um, you know, we shouldn't be drilling everywhere. I ain't gonna lie about that. Yeah, there's a lot of them issues that I agree with that they should be uh, speaking about. But when they start doing undercover shit and doing all like these white wing people doing, then we just as bad as them. But you know, but your thing is altogether different from theirs. They don't give a shit about the environment. They don't give a shit about the animals. They don't give a shit about uh, human rights and civil rights. So I don't know what the answer is, man, because you got these people, all these different groups of people, and there are people that's feeding all of these people on both sides, the millionaires and the billionaires, to keep the chaos. You got all these people feeding money to these people so that they can keep the chaos.
Well, somebody's paying them to do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. They are deliberately doing all of this. And the thing is that when you have the Congress getting money and lobbying, they have these lobbyists doing this shit, and they taking money from these lobbyists, and they not, and the Congress and the Senate is not doing the right thing for the American people. We should not be receiving lobbyist money. You should not be receiving campaign, all these big donors' money. That's why America is where we are right now, because it's all about the greenbacks.
And everybody has their hands out.
Yeah. And, sometimes, in a way, you can't blame people because, some of these Congress people believe they ain't making enough money. So, I got to fly, I got to pay my own flight and ride, commercial. I can't even ride first class. I got to ride coach, you
Ain't nothing
know.
wrong with that now.
I ain't saying anything wrong with it, but what I'm saying is, when you're a congressperson, you feel you should be riding first class. When you're a congressman, you shouldn't be getting out the car and have to haul a cab. You should have a driver waiting for you. That's the kind of luxury they want because they're important.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Well, I guess that's been the mantra there. If you go to the Congress and stuff, when you come back out, you're going to be a millionaire or more. You're going to make a lot of money
Multi-millionaire,
because,
multi-millionaire.
yes, sir, because you got
Or
so
unless
many
you come
people.
in like, Scott, who was the governor of Florida, worth
Well,
over
he done.
four hundred
Yeah, I
million
think he done
dollars.
got. I think he done got richer.
Yeah, worth over $400 million. he don't have to worry about riding coach. He got his own private jet,
jet. He got his own jet, and
and he just
uh,
fly back and forth from Florida to D.C. on his private
absolutely,
jet.
absolutely, and he still has a expense account. They still give him a expense account because he's part of the
And he
Senate.
getting extra money too. You know, he get more than 175,000 because they got him as some type of ranking member.
Right. He's a ranking
So
member.
he getting probably another $50,000 for that.
Well, he's the head of a committee, and I'm pretty sure that they give him a lot of traveling expenses and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. So basically, he using his plane for free.
hmm Yeah, but what they giving him is pocket change. He probably give it out to
Oh
pay
yeah, it's
for his
pennies,
pilot.
nickels, and dimes, bro. Pennies, nickels, and dimes.
Yeah.
Because you know Trump done already spent $150 million in golfing already this year,
150.
if not
He'll
more,
spend more than
if
that.
not more.
He'll spend more than that. He has
So
spent more than that. He has spent more than that because when those Secret Service agents and stuff are down there protecting him, they gotta have a place to stay at. So and they staying in Mar-a-Lago, so he charging them.
yeah,
They got to
and they
stay
got
there,
to
so
buy food and
they
everything
get a
else.
bill. They got to charge them. They got to feed them and all
And
that
they
stuff.
probably got what 50 agents guarding them.
That's it. And they all of them got to sleep. They got to eat. They got to do all that, and the government paying him.
And
He getting
if
a
they got to
check.
fly there, if they have to fly there, then they got to get all the cars they need to rent. You know, they got
Absolutely,
to rent the cars
absolutely.
unless they got them sitting up there waiting for them. But you
No,
know,
they got a couple of cars on that daggone jet that he fly there.
is that right?
Yeah, he got some cars on that jet. I'm telling you, they do. When that jet lands, at least three or four cars are pulling out the back end of that jet.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, they pulling out the back end of that jet, so they sitting out there on the tarmac, so he can get in them cars. He can go. Yes, sir. And then he's got to he's whenever he travels, he has an ambulance and stuff that goes with him and everything, just in case he gets sick. They pay a lot of money, but if anytime you go down to Mar-a-Lago, they paying a lot of money.
Well, you in Mar-a-Lago now. He
He's
had
been
two
down there for
meetings
over
there,
he's been
and
down there
no
for over a
doubt he
week.
probably gonna have some more people there that
Absolutely.
is looking for favors.
Absolutely. And all those dignitaries who come in, they got security guards and stuff all around there. He he down there at Mar-a-Lago raking that money in, sending them a bill. he sent them a bill, they got to pay it. And ain't nobody saying a word. You the president. He can do what the hell he want to do. You can't beat that with a goddamn stick. We paying for that shit, Taylor. We paying for
Yeah.
that shit. Coming out of our goddamn budget. Oh man.
Well, you know
Ah,
the thing is, when they sent these Afghanistan's here, the ones that were protecting the soldiers, and I guess you could say God bless these people from Afghanistan. They was partnering with the Americans, but we shouldn't have been there in the first place. Let that be known right now. But they got hundreds of thousands of them here. They got a bunch of them here, and Iraqis. And who you think helped them out to get jobs and give them money, a place to stay, so they won't be on the street? Taxpayers. Billions of dollars is being spent on these people.
and nobody saying shit.
Ain't nobody saying shit.
Ain't nobody saying nothing. Not a bumbling word.
But these Latinos that came over here, and they from all over the Latin world. Um, Joe Biden tried to help these people, to get, they wanted to get asylum, So they set him up for a little money, and what have you. So because what did what's the name do? He took them from Texas and and put them on a bus and took them all the way to New York, Connecticut, Chicago.
Illinois, Chicago,
So
and
and
dropped them
so
off.
dropped them off. And what did the so-called sanctuary cities do? They had to have money, and Joe Biden sent them money to take care of these people to get them a place to stay.
Yep. Yep. They took them out of their country, put them on a bus, and dropped them off. They even took them up there to Martha's Vineyard. Dropped them off with the rich folks.
And if I would have been the governor, I would have sued Texas. That's what I would have did.
I think a few of them tried to do that, but they had Merrick Garland and stuff at the Attorney General and stuff at that time and control the Department of Justice. So he was a chicken shit son of a bitch and everything. He didn't follow through. But they wanted to sue him. But he was just too chicken shit to do anything. Let him get away with that crap. And now this shit come back to haunt him. So yeah, I hope that he's seeing all this shit happening and stuff and everything, and he's sitting back there at home and probably hiding some damn way and everything because he realized a lot of that shit he could have stopped. All he had to do was indict that man. All he had to do. Now you got his special counsel and stuff sitting out there and everything, and they trying to do everything they can to break him down. But he's sitting out there telling them, saying, "You guys can't come for me because I got the goods on you, son of God." So they sitting back and not bothering him now. They're not bothering him at all, Mr. Smith. He hanging tough out there. He hanging tough, and they're trying to shut him up. They don't want him to continue to talk. And they even got the House Judiciary Committee or whatever it is with that knucklehead from Ohio and everything. He's in charge of it. And they asked him on Fox News. They said, "Well, Smith got out there. He did over, I think, an 8 or 9 hour uh, uh, disposition or something and everything there for the committee, and they didn't let the new people come in there. So as the head of the Judiciary Committee comes on there, well, he didn't say anything that changes my mind about what the heck happened here on January the 6th. But he won't release any of the evidence that the man put out there. It's a big mess going on.
Well, these crooks, that's what they are, crooks. They're not abiding by the Constitution. And they're relying on 47 to keep doing what he's doing to save their ass. And a lot of them will quit before his administration's up, and then what he'll do is give them some kind of what they call that, forgive them and give them a pardon,
Mm-hmm.
and so therefore nobody can touch him. So that's the game they're playing nowadays. Do break the law. Don't worry about it. I'll pardon you. Don't worry about it.
Well,
President gonna sign something and just give him a pardon.
well,
Just
they
like
still,
he just like he pardoned Steve Bannon. Just
but they
like
still,
he pardoned.
but they still playing a dangerous game because they have no idea how long this son of God going to be sitting there in office. He's in, he's sick. Donald Trump is sick, and they know it. They've been shooting him up with all kind of drugs and everything to keep his ass going. You saw
Well,
the other day.
you got to admit it though, Ed. I don't care what nobody say. He going, bro.
Hey,
He
did
going.
you see his hand? You see his hands?
I don't give a shit.
They putting drugs all up into him right now to keep his ass going.
I don't give a
Eventually,
shit.
eventually he can't. He's not gonna be able to stand up about all that crap. He can't stand up. His body is not gonna be able to make it. A lot of times, if you look at him and everything, he is in terrible shape. Terrible, terrible shake. So he may not make it. We'll see. Anyway, Ted, before we all go here, because we know tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so we everybody gonna be out enjoying themselves and happy because I've been invited to my sister-in-law's house and everything, and she told me, she said, "Bring your broke me over here." You said, tell my brother, bring his broke me and everything over here. So she gonna be at the party. I know y'all getting ready to celebrate New Year's Eve. So
Yeah, well,
I,
for the last quite a few years, when you're younger, you sort of kind of go out and party. What we do is we go out and we celebrate with our kids, and and have a nice little party. Let's do some music. At about 10 o'clock, we're going home, bro.
what do you mean we? You and Mama coming home or what?
Me and Mama coming home.
Y'all coming home? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we coming home, and then we on our knees at 12 o'clock, bro. So thanking God for another year, and I, and thanking God for His grace and His mercy, because even though this year has been a rough year, I had a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really did have a good year. I mean, I enjoyed my family. We had a number of celebrations, and I didn't do a lot of things I want to do. I haven't been to the beach as much as I like to, but and it's not a lot of old places I like to go these days because I don't have to go to the library. And here in Florida, and I'm gonna say this about Florida, they don't have a whole lot of different expositions as far as galleries and that kind of thing. Not like California, not like Chicago. And I'm used to that because that's basically what I enjoy. I enjoy go to these museums and what have you. But Florida tries. They got a lot of stuff going on. In St. Pete, uh, you know, different places here in Florida. But it's nothing like California, nothing like Chicago. But the thing that Florida has, we got the weather, bro.
Yep, you guys sure do,
Sunshine.
cause you don't need to be up in here at the ATL right now, man. You get cold at night, man. I'm telling you, up in here for the last 2 or 3 days now, it be kind of cold.
We
But
got the weather.
yeah, but Christmas Day, it was 70 some degrees, man, here Christmas Day. So we was enjoying ourselves Christmas Day. But I don't know, it's the weather is kind of screwed up now. Usually when I first came here, we can depend on maybe a couple of days to get kind of cold and everything, but after that, it's gonna warm back up. But it hasn't done that and stuff lately and everything. So it's not like Florida and stuff where you guys got that nice 70-degree weather and stuff all the way. Wake up New Year's Day and everything, and it's 70 degrees outside. Y'all walking out there on the beach and
And it's
everything and
nice
doing
and
all your.
sunny too, bro.
We
I'll
don't
be
have
riding
that.
in the car with my wife, and oh man, what a beautiful day.
We don't
It's
have that
been to
here.
me.
We ain't
That
got that. I can't say that. But I know tomorrow, man, we gonna have us a good old time and stuff. So we probably won't be doing our show people until after New Year. So we won't see you guys until January the 2nd. So we're gonna make this our last show. And we're gonna come up with we got a few minutes and shit there so we can give a end of the year greeting to everybody. You wanna go first or you want me to go first?
it don't matter.
Okay. As I look, Ted said he's had a good year. As I look back on my year of 2025, January of last year, when it came on, I was a very, very sad person. I mean, I was absolutely sad, Ted. I was just, it just, that election and stuff in 2024 just tore me up. I mean, it tore my ass up. And man, it was devastating for me. I still hadn't gotten over the election and stuff by then. And I saw what the hell that Simon Gunn was doing and he was getting ready to do even before he came into office and everything. But I didn't have any idea and stuff at that time how bad this shit was going to be because I always thought that there would be someone in the Congress or someone out there and everything that was going to put up some resistance against this man. And as the years and stuff went by, and as everything and stuff happened and it had, everything transpired, I always thought that we were going to have some help and stuff there. And to see that the Republicans and stuff and the Congress and stuff capitulated to this man all the way through and passed that big, beautiful bill and everything. That stuff just threw me off. And even in March of this year, seeing the Democrats and stuff and everything, and Chuck Schumer sit up there and just toot their little behinds up and everything and let that man do what the hell he did and stuff and everything. It was just too much for me, man, because I I did not see that stuff happening. I thought that the Democrats would put up a hell of a little bigger of a fight than what they did. And I watched the House and stuff do what they did, and they stood lockstep and everything with them, and they kept and Hakeem kept his conference and stuff going. But what happened and stuff then, man, it just devastated me. But as the years went by, I guess like everybody else and stuff, I got kind of numb to all that shit. I got numb. And so here we are, end of the year and everything, and we're seeing what the heck is happening and what the heck's going on. And I'm looking down the pipes and everything and saying, hey, it's been hard. I'm telling you, people, it's been damn hard to keep my spirits and stuff up. But it's still up. And I got to keep on saying it's going to get better in 2026. And I got to believe that because this is my country, man. This is where we live at. You know, we've been here all of our lives. Our parents been here all our lives and stuff. And so we just can't just sit back and just give up and let this orange head son of a gun and stuff just take it and destroy the place and stuff where we have called home for all of our lives. So 2026, I'm gonna keep fighting.
Well, Ed, I'm gonna make a confession, and the scriptures tell us that we should pray for our people that's in authority because God has allowed them to be in authority. This is God sent. This is God sent. In my personal opinion, this is just God sent. And the fact is that we don't want, in my personal opinion, we don't we want the right person to be in office, but a lot of people prayed for this. A lot of people wanted this and they got it. Now they found out. It's just like in the scripture, there was a king, I mean, there was a people that wanted a king and they got a king and it was the wrong king. Who it should have been was David. And David had to run and scrape and survive and what have you until he became king, who was a righteous man. He wasn't perfect, but he was a righteous man. I'm gonna have to say this. I have to make a confession. I have not been praying for people in authority, but I'm gonna change. I'm gonna start praying for Trump and his cabinet, and I'm gonna see if that's gonna make a difference.
You're a stronger man than me. Go ahead.
Well, when I say I'm gonna pray for him, I'm gonna pray for a righteous indignation. As far as um, you know, uh, the intervention of what's transpiring, because there are a lot of people suffering here, whole lot of people suffering in every way. Now that 20% people, they're gonna be just fine. But a lot of us, paycheck to paycheck, we might have a few dollars in the bank, but most of the, hey. So I'm just saying, this is not a utopia. We'll never have a utopia, but I can tell you this, that it can be a whole lot better than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that there's some things working underlying that's going to make this place better. But people, I'm telling you right now, you got to be woke. You got to wake up. You cannot be looking at these stupid little YouTube shit and made up AIs telling you lies and misinformation. You can't be ignorant, meaning that you can't be misinformed and believe in misinformation, lies about Latinos and lies about black people and lies about other groups. My Bible tells me that we should not fear. Be brave, be courageous. And I'm just going to say, pray. Pray for our leaders, because God will intervene if they ain't righteous and they ain't doing the right thing. If they stealing, they lying, you'll see the difference. Criticizing him ain't going to do no good. Scorning him not going to do any good, because he loves that. He takes some pride in that. That's what demons do. So just pray for him, and the angel of the Lord will take care of him. His heart is gonna change, or something else gonna happen. And I ain't gonna talk about that. But I'm saying there is a God, bro. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell in it. He can't run this world.
Well, people, you heard it from Mr. Harvey and I. And we hope and praying for you guys out there too. And I hope that every last one of you have a happy new year.
Safe and prosperous.
Safe and prosperous. And you guys, I hope to see you on the other side of this year. And that you guys, nothing happen to you and stuff on New Year's Eve. Nobody goes out there and gets killed and go crazy and stuff and everything. Just be happy and enjoy your life and stuff, what we got right now. Every day, get up, enjoy your life. It's the only thing that you can do. Enjoy your life. You may not have a lot of money, but enjoy your life. Enjoy what you got. Don't worry about what somebody else got. Enjoy what you got, and you're going to be okay. Happy New Year to all of you all. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye bye.